Yo, what's up guys? This is Andre Kenshin and this is the second ever NBA 2K14 video, and this is what happened in 2K12. I lost the data. In the last Sunday episode, Thunder Hornet on the first inaugural NBA 2K14, they defeat the Detroit Pistons in a tight one, 99-95. And next game we are going to Miami, Florida in the American Airlines Arena. We got an interconference matchup as Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. And for this game, the Grizzlies gonna use the alternate one, and the Heat, I'm gonna keep the white shirt. Look at the black, it's very nice. So now we're ready to go to work, and that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the American Airlines Arena. Let's check it if it actually works.
Hi and welcome. This is Damon Brooks, and you're watching 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Miami Heat. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half. I'm not afraid.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the
As you can
NBA.
see, the logos look like
Monday night.
TNT style.
This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke
I like
has
the
our reports
TNT,
tonight from the sidelines.
I like the TNT
A quick
logos.
check down to starting
I
five
like the
for
logos
both
and
teams.
animations like that.
First
So,
for the Grizzlies, Conley and
send it
Allen on
over
the
to
guard
Kevin
side.
Harlan. We are
And at
heading
the center
to
position, an
Miami,
impressive
Florida for the
combination of
Grizzlies
size and
Heat.
skill. The
So we
7'1"
go
Spaniard,
here in the
Marc
American
Gasol.
Airlines Arena.
Then there's
Anyways,
Tayshaun
enjoy
Prince,
the video
and it's
and
Randolph
check out
in at the
who's
force
gonna win, the Grizzlies or the Heat.
And
Let's
then
get
for the
started.
Miami Heat,
Let's send it over to Kevin
Chalmers
Harlan.
and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam, and at the power forward.
Well, when you have the best record in the league, you're going to be the most dominant, one of the most dominant teams at home. The Heat just destroyed people down in Miami, and only the Denver Nuggets had more wins at home than the Heat did.
So Memphis will get the first possession.
And as you can see,
This is just a
I
Gasol.
used the scoreboard for TNT.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take
Then
it
we
the
use
other
the
way.
TNT side with the colors of the Grizzlies in the light dark blue and the Heat in the red. So it's gonna be a good one.
And here's Miami. Wade outside. LeBron drives in. Haslam dishes to LeBron. He feeds it to Chalmers. This one for three. That's good. Chalmers has got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Heat. And how crazy is that from the Heat to win as many games as they did last season, but still be second in the league in home wins? Still, we're far and away number 1 at home in the East.
Well, yeah, the Knicks were the closest team in the East, but they still had 6 fewer wins at home than Miami. But the Heat really just did what they had to do to put themselves in position to go on to their second NBA title in a row. Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
On his mind, the difficult task of defending Zach Randolph. He said, Randolph's especially tough because he's not only a go-to scorer on the low block and the pinch throws, but also a guy who can pick up a lot of second chance points with his work on the glass. He's a 20 and 10 double-double guy for a reason. We'll have our hands full trying to slow him down. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Chalmers, over by Conley, back to LeBron. And again, LeBron. Missing.
You know, I couldn't quite figure this one out, guys, that, Zach Randolph's name being thrown around at times last season. In trade talk, I mean, he's such an essential part of what the Grizzlies have been able to accomplish recently and what they're capable of doing going forward. Man, was just kind of baffling to me that his name would show up in trade rumors.
And so here's Memphis. Allen outside, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And Miami making a change here. Battier's checked in. Conley into the lane. Good. Conley's got his second bucket tonight. Back to Randolph Park. You mentioned the trade rumors. Pretty surprising, but his scoring has been down the last couple seasons, Steve, with that knee injury.
Yeah, still one of the top big men around. But the Memphis front office has been probably more salary conscious since the new ownership took over, and he is making big money the next 2 seasons.
Well, for the Grizzlies, the 5th best record in the league last season, guys. Defeated the Clippers and the Thunder in the playoffs, but it all came to a crashing in when the Spurs swept them in the conference final.
And Miami making a change here. Allen's checked in. Nice shot by Randolph.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive by hitting the boards and cashing in on some of those putbacks.
And something else he has is an array of moves in the paint. You can make a training video for young players to figure out how to play down low in terms of how he gets it done inside.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Well, and back in that series that Clark was talking about against the Spurs, more competitive than it might seem. Steve, you and I were talking about this. 3 of the 4 games were close. In fact, 2 obviously really close, going to overtime.
But I thought the weakness of Memphis was really exposed, Kevin, and that was the outside shooting. San Antonio just guarded the paint. They took Zach Randolph pretty much out of the series, and they begged Memphis to shoot from long range. And when you don't have floor spacing in the playoffs, it makes it awfully tough to score.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft deal, you can't help but say it.
Well, we'll see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
A shot's good from Bayless.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here's Allen. Pass it to Cole. And the Heat, another 3.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Gasol kicks to Pondexter. Anderson with the block. Here's Battier. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Conley. The drive by Randolph. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, defenders have to show more fight on the interior. You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Miami's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat move analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various...
Get it! Watch out now! Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Count that one.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Mark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And good on the basket. Book it.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Here's Davis. And it's Memphis with another. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Allen. He's got 6. And it's Wade penetrating. The kick out to LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. 7 points for LeBron. Bayless the pass to Davis. Davis gets the screen from Bayless. Davis dishes to Bayless. Pass to Conley. The feed to Pondexter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol, and the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 6 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has. But I mean, with as many points as they paint. They really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Heat out front. They lead by 7. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Miami.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too. Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslem. Born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
And back to Haslem. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence, took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. He had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe, he went first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooke. Doris, over to you.
Guys, it's hard to doubt that LeBron James, after 2 straight titles and 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, seems to be at the top of his game. LeBron candidly said, quote, "I'm at my highest peak. I don't know if I can continue to improve." But he certainly remains motivated, saying, quote, "At the end of the day, I have a goal to be the best of all time, and I'm going to put that pressure on myself." And Kevin, if he can just stay at this level for a long period of time, he may get there.
I like his chances. Thanks.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it.
Here's Bayless, and it's blocked by Haslem. James in the post, headed by Prince. LeBron kicks to Wade. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Wade's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open up there.
Zach Randolph's checked in for Mark Gasol. The Grizzlies trail by 15, and when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is, a natural tendency to cruise. But Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, it's just so much athleticism in those two. If they want to press you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers, and if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
Randolph backs in. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
Kicks to Haslam. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. The Grizzlies trail by 16. And it's Conley penetrating. Back to Randolph. The emphatic rejection. Bosch kicks to Haslam. Right side Bosch, and Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Pondexter's checked in. Now the pass to Cole. From past the arc, gets the bucket. Cole's got 6.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Grizzlies have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Allen with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Conley the pass to Prince. The jump hook, that's good. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 16-6 run, and Bosch backs down. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Haslam, that's good. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Conley. A finger roll finish at the bucket. He has 6.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Mike Conley, boy, second in the NBA last season in steals per game, quick feet and quick hands, and a smart defender as well. Make him a pesky guy to deal with at that end of the floor.
Allen left side. Back to Conley. Prince outside. Latrey. No good. And it's Miami the other way.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Allen dishes to Cole. And it's off the back rim. No good. And for Conley offensively, he doesn't try, Steve, I think.
Throw down there. Man.
Now, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Greg Oden, he's checked in for Miami. Anderson comes in for Udonis Haslem. Allen kicks to Cole. Buries the long-range jumper. Cole's got 9.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Strange to see that a team that appeared to be in such strong position changed up so much last year. And the Grizzlies did that. They traded away Rudy Gay, and they also changed their offensive scheme to more of a pick-and-roll approach.
Allen against Denton. A fadeaway, and there's another one for the Heat.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
There were a lot of questions asked after the Rudy Gay trade last season. Fans wondered if the team was looking to blow it up, even though they were fighting for the 3rd seed at the time. But, Steve, they really rallied.
They did. I thought they showed that they were an excellent team. And one of the reasons they made that trade is they had a lot of success a couple of years back in the playoffs without Rudy Gay. So they knew that they could play well without him. So They went ahead and pulled the trigger, and it looks like the deal has worked out okay.
And Greg Oden gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Gasol's checked in. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Conley defended by Cole.
You know, we've seen a lot of change in terms of what Mike Conley can do each year on the floor. He started out, didn't really have much of a jump shot, really improved in that area. Now he's playing with so much confidence that no matter what the circumstance during the game, he believes he can get the job done.
And one of the biggest ways he's made contributions to his team is by taking the ball away from the opponents. I mean, he's excellent with anticipation and quickness and tenacity, particularly at the point of attack.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Back to Randolph. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Just 4 seconds left here in the second. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And he knocks down the jumper. Wade's got 7 now in this quarter. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Heat lead by 18. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Damon Bruce here. Welcome to halftime. So far, a lopsided game out at American Airlines Arena. Miami up on top against Memphis. And from outside, you couldn't shoot it much better than this. They are scorching hot from beyond the arc. Through 2 quarters, LeBron in complete control. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buying. The Grizzlies on the other side, not looking nearly as good. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Zach Randolph really playing effortlessly. He's up to 14 points and has been looking really good in terms of shot selection, shooting it well from the field. And back to Miami we go. Thanks so much for being with us.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a bird's-eye view of the American Airlines Arena, nestled on the waters of Biscayne Bay, as we return to South Florida.
What a great game for Randolph in this one. He's got 14 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well and battling hard for every rebound. Wade seems to be slowing down just a touch, and the difficulty as you get older, when you're not a great jump shooter, which Wade is not, is that the defenses will back off you. And that's the big challenge now for Dwayne Wade, adjusting to that newer style of defense that he's going to be looking at.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word? Focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
Steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate it. And so Steve, we go back to the strong output for Dwayne Wade last season for the 4th time. In his career, he averaged over 20 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Clark, one of only 4 players in the league last season to hit that mark.
And Kevin, he led all shooting guards and player efficiency rating for the 5th consecutive season. Some might argue, but the numbers speak truth. He's the best shooting guard in the game.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Well, LeBron is far enough along now in his career where you can start to project some of his career stats, and they're staggering. I mean, he could end up the first player ever to end up with 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds. I mean, that's remarkable.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Gasol sinks that one from the post. Gasol's got 8.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And when you talk about LeBron's ability to pile up stats, whether it's scoring, rebound, or passing, he can do it all.
He really can. He's dominant in every facet. You love his durability and his stamina. He is a stat sheet stuffer supreme, and that's the highest level of stat sheet stuffing you can have, and he's at the pinnacle of the peak.
Well said. And there's Tayshaun Prince on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 6 assists now in the game. LeBron with Zach Randolph covering. LeBron passes to Chalmers. Bosh trying to free himself up. And again, Miami with the triple.
You know, it's not so much that the Heat score a lot of points. It's just that they score them in spurts. And almost is a surprise when they end the possession without scoring or getting an easy shot. So good at spacing the floor and moving the ball.
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Injuries are such a difficult part of this game.
And from a glance, you really can't tell just how bad it is, but he's going to come out, and we'll find out now how bad it is. He may be done for the game.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Davis. The dish to Conley. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And Clark, just as you said, the Heat just so efficient offensively. Made about half their shots. They took on the year and ended up with the best shooting percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
Well, it was all about floor spacing and LeBron, Kevin. They put shooters everywhere. So LeBron and Wade would attack, and they had really good flow and movement with the ball. I think over time now, given this team 3 years now, it's one of the best offenses in the league.
You know, for a good part of last season, guys, the Grizzlies were in the battle for the 3rd spot in the West along with the Clippers and Nuggets. Eventually, they finished 5th, but it wasn't because they didn't handle Eastern Conference opponents. They cleaned up against that conference.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Money from the wing. Wade's got 11 points.
Well, Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. He's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When a big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. Doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down.
And back to the Grizzlies against the East. Their style of play really matches up well with the slow-it-down style of many Eastern teams.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, Memphis looks like they should be in the East. You know, they have no problem just, banging bodies under the basket, trying to out-rebound you, out-muscle you. And I think you're right, Kevin. That's one of the reasons they were able to go 22-8 against the Eastern Conference.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Don't get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Here's Pondexter, defended by Allen, for three. The shot's good from Bayless. Bayless has got 6 points.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
The Heat leading by 22. Allen dishes to LeBron. They get it back. Lays out. Ron right side for the three. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. They get it again. Davis. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Davis has got his second basket. Now a timeout called by Miami.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Zach Randolph's checked in for Davis. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Mike Conley. LeBron kicks to Oden. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Tony Allen's checked in for Memphis. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Miami?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
Prince's shot is good.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
It's LeBron with the drive. Gets it to go. Oden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Bayless the pass to Prince. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Prince has got 10 points. Miami's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And you can count it, he'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
The Heat shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
Allen dishes to Bayless. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Conley now comes in for Jared Bayless. Conley, he's guarded by Battier.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
LeBron kicks to Oden. Puts it up from 12. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Oden's got 6.
Now you gotta love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
Conley into the lane with 1 on the clock. No good there. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Heat running away with it. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. It might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And the Grizzlies with possession here. He kicks to Bayless. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
On defense, the Heat. Bayless the pass to Kufis. Dishes it to Roten. Wade is covering. Roten kicks to Bayless. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And here's Miller outside. That is good. Miller's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Grizzlies. Here's Wade. And Miller with the block. Here's Roten. Back to Miller. Pass to Davis. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Kupas. Randolph comes in for Mike Miller. Tony Allen's checked in for Tony Roten. And it's Conley in for Jared Bayless.
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in three-pointers made past Reggie Miller a couple of years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, and score at that mid-range area as well.
And he really has a fondness for those corners. I mean, you just can't help off of him. Too much of a threat from out there. You've got to stay connected to him.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Timeout calls the Grizzlies.
One thing with Wade that doesn't seem to be going away is his quickness off the dribble. He still has that devastating crossover. He may not be able to do it every night, but there are nights when he just looks like he's right in his prime.
Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Ed Davis. Conley dishes to Randolph. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. And that'll be his third foul so far.
They are really struggling with fouls, Kevin. It's still early, but one more foul, and they're over the limit.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Gasol gets to Conley. He passes to Randolph. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And Wade has a number of elusive moves, Clark, getting into the lane. He hit the spin, the Euro step, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
And the windmill crossover.
He's got it all. I mean, he's figured out how to get to that bucket, and I think the crossover is probably his custom move. Just as he changes direction, he swings the ball quickly over his head to the other side, avoiding the rip, and he makes it look so natural you might think nothing of it, but youngsters around the league, go to school on that one. That's a heck of a move. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
A shot.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
The shot by Allen, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And here is Chalmers. Allen kicks to Wade. Another miss by Wade.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Chris Anderson is checked in for Miami. LeBron comes in for Dwayne Wade. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Prince's shot is good.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. And I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
Allen passes to Prince. Outside Conley. Feeds it to Randolph. And stolen by LeBron. Stolen by Michael Conley. And slam dunk by Randolph.
Textbook example there of how they use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Clark is standing. I think everyone would agree is the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both MVP of the league and MVP of the finals in the same year. Hammer time!
It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
And some changes here for the Heat. Wash comes in for Chris Anderson. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Ray Allen. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Allen kicks to Gasol. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gasol's got 8 points in the quarter.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Wade gets the bucket. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And it's Conley penetrating. That's good.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really cost them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Here's Wade, rejected by Gasol. Prince, right side, outside for Randolph. And it's Memphis with another.
It's a good thing he showed up today because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Allen, that's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wade kicks to LeBron. Back to Wade. And stolen by Prince.
This lead is starting to crumble.
What a huge play.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Here's Wade, a 3 off the inbound, and the shot is good. And the Heat lead by 10.
Good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Gets the bucket.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
And that one's good.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
And it's Conley penetrating Gasol. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
T-Wade on the wing. Yes, and it's LeBron. the assist. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Oh, boy, this is something you hate to see, Clark.
You know, it sure is. Injuries, though, are really an unfortunate part of the game, inevitable at times. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Took him no time at all on that one.
How about this performance in the face of the injury? Going through a lot of pain out there.
Wade with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Miller grabs the miss. Now Bayless. Here's the three. Laces one from 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. LeBron drives in.
Well, that's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening? Went out the window a while ago.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 7. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bayless dishes to Pondexter from downtown. And Jared Bayless the bucket on the assist by Pondexter.
Boy, his performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
And so a big win by Miami in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
So, good game here in Miami as the Heat survive over the Grizzlies in a tight 1 and 5-4. 114 to 110. Grizzlies so close to the comeback in the fourth quarter, but it doesn't short, including steals. And this happened under the final seconds. Marc Gasol got injury. So tomorrow night on Tuesday, we're heading to Staples Center in LA. We got the Pacific Division rival matchup. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, and the Los Angeles Lakers. As earlier now, all the Final Four teams are set. All number 1 seeds. This was the first time since 2008 that all number 1 seeds was made to the Final Four. Here's the list of the Final Four who made the number 1 seeds. There are only 2. 2008, North Carolina, Kansas Jayhawks, Memphis Tigers, which debated in the NCAA due to the sections and eligibility with Derrick Rose and UCLA. And then this year, 2025 features Auburn Tigers, Florida Gators. We got Duke Blue Devils, and finally the Houston Cougars. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Henshin as the Heat hold off to defeat the Grizzlies 114 to 110. This is Andre Henshin say so long for the American Airlines Arena in Miami. We'll see you tomorrow here at the Staples Center in LA for the Golden State Warriors take on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm Andre Henshin once again say so long for American Airlines Arena in Miami. And time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we will see you tomorrow here at the Staples Center in LA for the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers. Once again, sign up and peace out. Good night.